global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. This is quite exclusive, and it has to do with Peter Obi and some of his election campaign in another part of the country, which has actually gone wrong. Peter Obi is a moving train, and not just a moving train, but it's like a tsunami. He carries along the people, and the people are the ones that are sending out the message on his behalf. We've listened to so many of his videos, and they are top notch. And he will clearly tell you that I am coming in to start producing, that Nigeria has been on the boring side for too long, but this time around he's coming in to produce. And a lot of people are buying into his dream. But then, one of the areas that have to be penetrated by all means by his supporter is the northern part of the country. Because when we talk about demography, talk about densely populated areas, you can make mention of some key areas in the northern part of the country, the likes of Kano State, Katsina, Sokoto, and the rest that are really densely populated based on the facts of the population census and also what the INEC is saying. And right now, me and my colleague, we're going to be looking at this issue. Topmost is the fact that recently there had been this mat that has been designed, and they put Peter Obi's picture and his campaign stuffs on it, like vote with Peter Obi, Labour Party, and all of that. But there was no adequate consultation, though there are mixed feelings about this, because some people are of the opinion that this is not the product of Peter Obi's campaign team. Some are saying that it's from the other party and all of that. But I'm going to read you some of the things that some northerners have said about the issue of pasting his pictures on the praying mat of the Muslims. And someone here says the problem with you people is you don't involve northerners in your circle. You just sit and design whatever you want and bring it. That was how a song was sung using the Zumunta style and saying it's or not. You guys are not serious. Well, like that, somebody saw that pasting of Peter Obi's picture on the mat and made that comment. Now, I want to hear say this is very wrong Islamically. I know Peter Obi supporters who will justify this, but it is totally wrong to hang any picture portraying him and an animal in the mosque. In a hadith, the prophet said that the angel don't enter any house in which there are pictures and statues. Now, it's important for us to understand that before you start up things like this, in an environment that you are not comfortable with, or sorry, not comfortable, in an environment that you know little or very small of their way of life, you needed to first of all convince somebody, because I believe strongly that Peter Obi have some Muslims, some northerners who are part of this whole thing. You understand? So ideally, you would have contacted someone who is fully in the know about the lifestyle of the northerners. And when you do that,
not just northerners now,
okay,
but northern Muslims,
okay, you get to know their lifestyle, and from there you can now kickstart whatever thing you intend to do. Because if you check our feed, you're going to see when Bashir Ahmed, the former what's his name, former media person to the president Buhari, what he said. He came out and spoke that he must confess that I think 75 to 80% Katsina and Kanu, all of them are supporting PO, which was sarcasm. A lot of people are looking at it as if it was. Now, why are they saying all of these things? Because mistakes. They've started seeing some heavy mistakes. Yeah. You understand? Now, you see someone here says that some Muslims that are adjudged to be the problem of Nigeria by the supporters of Peter Obi. I'm confused, sir. Well, Islamically, pictures are not allowed in the mosque. So this will make Obi more unpopular than Goodluck Jonathan in the north. Now, my colleague is here. Now, looking at the situation of things right now, how do you think that the supporters of Peter Obi can undo this thing? Because already, if you see the level the number of reactions coming from the northerners, it's so many, you understand, and none of them is happy about that development, you understand. How do you think this can be undone, you know?
Initially, when I saw the mat, I was really excited. But then I'm not a Muslim to understand the dynamics on what they do or what they accept in the mosque.
Yeah.
Now the deed has been done, and sometimes there's some costly mistakes that may take a while really to clean up. Just a little consultations earlier would have avoided this.
Exactly.
I'm sure they wanted something that would make their aspirant so dear to the people by bringing something like prayer mat, so that each time they pray they keep seeing Peter Obi, not knowing that it's actually against the tenets of their religion.
I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, it has been done. The question is, how do they undo it?
Okay.
I feel there should be some sort of apology.
Yes.
Just make
in Hausa language.
You understand? Make it very plain. Sorry, we apologize. We do not mean to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
We also do not know the tenets of we truly whatever things they give to you, take it in good faith. Then
retrieve
them,
those things back.
Totally take them away.
Exactly.
Then ask them, how do we wrong the right?
Okay.
Now, one or two persons having seen that you're remorseful, all right, okay, that means these guys really want us into the team right now.
Yes.
Okay, they will not say, okay, why not make a poster, maybe billboard somewhere close? Why not meet our imams one-on-one, ask them questions? So to speak, you begin to get information. You don't go into a new region, a new religion, or a new area and not understanding the dynamics and expect a miracle.
Okay.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it has happened. But I think going forward, the best thing to do now is to correct the mistake.
Okay, a little twist. We're going to look at another guy's talk here. And the person said I can bet my left side buttocks in addition to my that it wasn't obese supporters that dominated that mat or donated that mat to Muslim, not a Muslim. Tinubu's persons, more especially his factions of NURTW talks, are the ones who are hell-bent on smearing Peter Obi by any means possible. I urge the people or the police to wade in on this matter and arrest the culprit. Peter Obi is loved by millions of Nigerians, and no amount of propaganda by Yekini and Mother Gunleye supporters can stop him from winning the next year election. Now, something there said that what we saw just now may likely not the supporters of Peter Obi may likely not be the people behind this. What would you say about that?
It's also possible because these are northerners, all right, living in the north, so they definitely have an idea of how things are being done in the north. Okay, but it's really amazing that they would want to submit or even give such mats, judging the fact that year in year out in every dispensation that goes for campaigning every 4 years, there have never been any time somebody donated a mat with a facial inscription. So why now? And if you look at it properly, with due respect to everyone present, you would agree with me that Tinubu and Atiku are Muslims. So if he's beginning to gain some sort of favor from the Islams in the northern part, what is that thing that we can do to make them get angry? In politics, all is fair in the game, even if it means removing shocks from your opponent, competitors, like by all means, in as much as it is not seen, it's allowed. So it's also possible that this could actually be from an opposition trying to smear his campaign.
Exactly. Now, another person says here, replying to what the first person wrote, say, we know this game more than you do. We will teach you Politics 101, Introduction to Politics. So you can now see that there's a lot of truth around this, but I'm not so sure. It's an assumption, I'm just assuming. And another person here says, I went through most of the account and I found out most of them are APC members. You see there. So people are, kind of checking out all that. Now somebody just circled these and made a statement about it. So these guys just need to be very careful, and I think that there are better ways of handling this issue. Stay off anything that is religion, you understand? And the next thing they should do is, we have a lot of their children on the streets,
Amateur's.
Amajiri children, they are on the street. So, like what I saw some time ago, gather them up, sew them clothes. You
I
understand?
think an Igbo man did that.
Did that, but don't put any name, because also one thing I notice about the religion is that you don't, anything that has to do with people's faces and all
You
of
don't
that,
permit
that
it.
totally against it. You understand? So forget about that one and ensure, show them clothes, even if it means pay their fees for the whole team, just to point out to what they should be expecting in the nearest future. All right, that's where we'd like to leave it. What do you think? Do you think that it was actually other parties that did this to Peter Obi to smear his campaign in the northern part and to frustrate him, being that a lot of people have already come out, like Bashir Ahmed, to kind of mockishly tell Nigerians that 85 to 90% are already supporting him in Kano and also